Good afternoon, Sporting Bet customers. Hello again from this posh hotel somewhere in the world, and this is the day after the Clásico, the first leg of the Cup. What a great game for many reasons. Take away the disgusting behaviour of Pepe, which will not be punished because Barcelona have decided not to pursue that. I think he's been exposed by everybody for what it is, a thug. But in any case, apart from that, we saw two huge teams with two great managers trying to outdo each other, and it just didn't happen for Real Madrid. My conclusion here is that it was psychological, that yes, there's tactics involved, of course, but once you actually give those tactics, and the tactics or the idea, the strategy that Jose Mourinho wanted to put on in practice was pressure high, be aggression to get the ball back. When you get it, just deliver it quickly to one of the three forwards. It was three forwards against Barcelona, which is in that way brave, but it just didn't happen the way that Mourinho wanted for a series of reasons. Real Madrid scored, and when they scored, they started dropping deep, and they didn't want the ball. Now that's not tactics, that's not the manager, that simply is a team that is scared because they keep losing against this other team that they're playing against, and basically they just don't seem to have the mental strength to approach the game in a different way, more brave. So yes, a little bit of tactics, but certainly a psychological blockage which is going to affect Real Madrid, maybe even at the weekend. Keep an eye on the games in La Liga, because the great games in La Liga this weekend, starting by the Sevilla derby. Betis, wonderful to see, a Betis that put Barcelona in trouble, Betis that wants the ball, that keep the ball, that have got lots of pace up front, against a Sevilla side that they basically are a little bit doubting the manager. They meaning part of the board, meaning the fans, meaning the media. There's a great anecdote of how Del Nido, the chairman, was actually listening to some of the board and some of the players as well, complaining about Marcelino in a table. They were having a meal, and then he just got up to the chair and started shouting by, and also knocking the table, saying, "I'm telling you what's going to happen here. And what's going to happen here is that the manager stays until the end of the season, and it's going to be some of you, if you complain, that are going to disappear from this club." So it looks like Marcelino will stay at Sevilla until the end of the season, although there is question marks about his ability to make this a big Sevilla. He's got the players, give him time, I say. And then of course is Real Madrid Athletic Bilbao, and what a great team Athletic Bilbao is at the moment, and I hope to see them in the semi-finals of the Cup. If after beating Mallorca 2-0, they probably will be relatively easy, and against Espanyol we have to beat Mirandés, or not be defeated by Mirandés of second B, which almost happened in the first leg. It was 3-2 to Espanyol at the end. So second leg, by the way, of the Cup is next season. So all in all, it's going to be a good weekend of football. Malaga is playing Barcelona as well, so let's see this project of Pellegrini again. Doesn't seem to have finding the right key to just make the best of this Malaga, and that the money that's been poured into the side, and the fans are getting impatient. How funny is it that just last season they were fighting for relegation, and now they just want European football, and if they don't get it, they get so upset. Come on, be patient. Although it is frustrating to see that some of the players are not raising the level, or the level that they should be having at. There's only Isco, perhaps Cazorla, Tulalan in the centre of midfield that are their level. Everybody else just should be better. Anyway, good football in Spain, and also in England, of course. We've got Manchester City Spurs, and it was a good run of victories for Spurs. This is like 14 out of 19, but that stopped last weekend, and probably they're not as sharp as they have been in previous weeks. So let's see if they improve against a Manchester City side that are going through the worst run of results of this season. It was bound to happen. It probably will happen at some point later on. They need a victory now, though. It's one victory out of 5. That includes cup games as well, so that's different kind of proposition. But in any case, it's a Manchester City that without Yaya Touré seems to be having a little bit less of creation and a little bit less of magic. David Silva still there. Silva versus Dawson. That's going to be a difficult one for Spurs to contain, because actually this is Spurs without King, without Gallas. It's a worse Spurs defensively anyway. So I think that Manchester City will probably beat Spurs, but I can see how both teams will score, and certainly a game to watch. Same as Arsenal, Manchester United, and Manchester United's season started really after being defeated in the derby by Manchester City, because after that it's just been they kept 8 clean sheets since then. They're trying to build a different kind of football, if you like, a more solid football anyway. They're getting confidence that way, and the rest will come. It's not the best Manchester United of history, but there they are, seconds in the league, so you always have to count on them for any challenge this season. And Arsenal, in the meantime, they seem to have a little bit of a problem with Manchester United. I think United have won 5 of the last 6 against Arsenal, and of course scored 8 in the last game. So they seem to be a little bit fragile, Arsenal against Manchester United. They seem fragile against Swansea as well. So maybe not the best time to meet Manchester United, even though it is at home. So the both teams score. I can see how they will do so, and I can see high scoring draw, perhaps a 2-2. Let me know what you think, if you agree with this or not. But the plan will be to be watching as much football as we can this weekend. Perhaps even record, because I don't think I'll be able to watch it. But Norwich, Chelsea, Chelsea that should have more points at this stage of the season. They made too many mistakes in games where they should actually have got the 3 points. But in any case, the idea that Villas-Boas wants to implant into the team every week that goes on means that it will be even deeper into the minds of the players, and another opportunity for Torres to score. If I put one bet this weekend, is that Torres will score. I've got faith in him, so I'm going to put, I don't know, 20 quid on that. What do you say, Sporting Bet customers? No? Well, let's talk on Monday. Let's see if that happened or not. Cheerio.